The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. Get involved with Access Fort Wayne and make your own television programming. Call 421-1250 to find out more.
Well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. The windshield wipers slap out of tempo, keeping perfect rhythm with the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way for me. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a sunny day for me. Oh, well, the midnight headlights blind you on a rainy night. Steep grade up ahead, slow me down, making no time. But I gotta keep rolling. Those windshield wipers slapping out of tempo, keeping perfect rhythm to the song on the radio. But I gotta keep rolling. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a better way for me. Ooh, I'm driving my life away, looking for a sunny day for me.
We are out here at the Sunaway Asphalt out here at the Coliseum. This is our first year covering it.
Particularly parched, head over to booth 427 and see the kilo crew so that you can wet your whistle. Go get your drink on.
So this is our first year doing this.
Yeah,
How did you find this event?
I found it online and we haven't been able to cover it because it's always been the same week as Three Rivers.
So what did you think about the panel that they had?
It wasn't too bad. It was kind of interesting talking about different technologies. So
Very interesting for sure. Here I'm Jeff on Wesley TV. So what are you guys doing here today at the
This is our vehicle. We are fleet owners with Load 1. We lease our trucks to Load 1 and then hire drivers. And this is our vehicle. This is a specialty vehicle that also participates in the Breeze Across America convoy every year. So this is the third truck we've had in the convoy to Arlington.
Join us in 20 minutes for our next sticky note session.
We're just here representing. Sometimes we find
Get
drivers
answers
here.
from those in the Expedite Expo. Look for us on stage in the corner of the exhibit hall. We'll see you soon.
Questions for people who come past the booth. Me and my wife speak at a few seminars here on site. You know, they have the sessions that you have been to, I'm sure, if you're here at the show. And so we speak at a couple of those, and that's really about it. Just to kind of network and see old friends.
So how long have you guys been doing this? Started the company.
Oh goodness, this is our 24th year. Started getting ready to be our 24th year. So, and we've been here, but we've been with Load 1 12 of them. So yeah, good little while. We used to be drivers. We were on the road together for 17 years. So, yep.
So you guys travel all around the world or just around the country?
Yes, yeah, all around the United States.
Continuous 48.
Yep, Canada.
What's been the most interesting state you guys been to? These expos? I know we've seen a lot of different.
I don't know about the state. I was always partial to Southern California. We like Montana.
It's all
new, but I'd say the coolest probably was we went way up into northern Canada, above Alberta, to an oil
to Fort McMurray,
Yeah, Fort
which
McMurray.
is famous as it burns.
Yeah, here a few years ago, there was a huge oil refinery up there that they were building, and we hauled a load up there, and that was quite the trip. So yeah, up there, and we really enjoyed that. So
Yeah, it's where the roads run out.
Yeah.
It goes far north in Canada to their snowy roads.
yeah,
I think they were talking about that earlier. Kind of.
yeah.
So how do I get hold of you guys if I was interested in doing something like this?
Well, you can contact Load One at load1.com, and it's just load1.com, and you fill out an application, or you can ask them if they have owners like us who have vehicles available. They can give you our contact information, and that's the way it starts.
So Wesley's gonna go in here pretty soon to see it.
She's
See you guys later. Thank you.
Remember,
Honor. Teach.
placing a wreath on the headstone of an American hero. For more information, please visit wreathsacrossamerica.org.
Hi. Wow, you got a nice big truck here.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
Up here. Wow, you got a real nice space here. I want to make sure when you're getting out of the truck, you go down backwards, not frontwards. Like that. And don't be a header.
I'm going to keep this rolling because I want to see if you know how to get out the proper way.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Backwards.
You want to set them up?
No, she did this in the other one too. She did that other one too.
We are back out here at the Wesley Expo, and this is an art foot. It's real nice too. They got your steering wheel here. You got your parking brake, all your little fun stuff. You got a radio. They got a kitchen and everything.
Oh, wow. So what do you think about this expo thing so far?
I think it's really good. That's kind of our first year traveling it, but I think it's really awesome with all the different stuff going on out here. This is so nice.
What's up, Wes? We're recording. What's up?
Hey, we are back out here at the Wesley Expo. We are in another foot. This is real nice. Man, real nice about here. They have seats. They got a kitchen and everything.
Oh, wow.
Man, this is real nice. They got their radio, spring to use. Wow. Steering wheel here.
Okay.
They got their horn here. This is nice. Stay tuned for more.
Sarcasm alert. So you said you specialize in
The tag's gonna drill you.
well, it's identity theft.
Yeah, exactly. So preventing identity theft and fraud.
So what kind of implementation?
So essentially the way it works is if you are a driver or a carrier, you can actually join Trusted and create a Trusted profile, and we verify a whole load of data against external sources. So essentially all you do is say that, yes, you are David, we know that you're David, we put in some information, so your name, and you uploaded your driver's license, you then take an IR selfie, and we basically match your face to the driver's license and say, yeah, that's exactly what you do. Then you take information about your business, and we have some external data sources that we work with. We verify that David is the president, the owner, whoever the responsible person for that business is. Exactly, so we can say, yeah, this business is legit, this person is legit, he is authorized to operate on his behalf. You can then use the Trusted profile to upload any sort of professional documentation, so insurance documents, and we're actually working on integrations to get those insurance documents monitored on the fly.
What about the Seatbelt Expo? Is there a chart on that? Yeah.
At the moment, no, but we're very much in the phase one in the US launch.
Hey, this is Steve with Three Fat Truckers. We're here at the Expedite Expo 23 here in Fort Wayne, Indiana at the Coliseum. And here with a team that drives Expedite. How you guys doing, folks?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. What's your names?
I'm Deshaun Henry.
I'm Russell Jones.
And how long you guys been teaming together and driving?
About 18 months now.
18 months.
Yes.
Are you liking it?
Yeah, we haven't killed each other yet.
You haven't killed each other yet? Yeah. He's still smiling.
Yeah, there you go.
You got him trained already, don't you? Don't you? How'd you guys hear about the show?
Actually, we spoke at the show.
You spoke
at
at the show?
Yeah, we were one of the,
Okay.
what's it called? I can't even think of the name.
Yeah, partners with ES. So,
ES, okay.
Yep. Path to Ownership program.
Yep.
Yep.
Now, do you guys enjoy driving and seeing the country and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, nothing like it.
They
Nothing
keep
like it.
and always keep pretty busy?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good. What do you like about the show this year?
Actually, the interaction, the gift pride, the gifts, meeting you guys.
Oh, meeting us. I don't know about that. We're not nothing special, but we try to be.
Shirts, like that's what's drawing me to you guys.
Best names ever.
Yeah.
Best
We keep
name
getting
ever.
told they're bowling shirts. So.
That's what you're saying.
And this guy back here that's giggling, turn around, might get him.
How's it going?
There's Howard.
Yeah, just the interaction, just learning things from other truckers and people in the business, that we didn't know before.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And I love these shows like this as far as people being able to pass down knowledge to newer people coming in. I didn't do expediting. I just did regular over-the-road truck driving and hauling heavy equipment, and I retired after 30 years. But it's nice to see expos like this is going to come in and let the newer crowd give them the information and tools and stuff they need, to flourish in this business.
Right.
So,
Right.
Well, I'm glad you folks are here. I hope you have a good time. And I guess there's a party out here in the parking lot afterwards. I was being told.
We're about to go find out.
So okay. Well, hey, you all have a good weekend and be safe. Okay.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Dolphins are funny when you gotta turn it around, gotta turn it around, gotta turn it around. I'm calling on the name that changes everything, yes. Gotta turn it around, gotta turn it around, gotta turn it around. 'Cause all of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough will come in the name of Jesus. I pray God come, turn this thing around. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. Calling on the name that changes everything, yeah. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. 'Cause all of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough will come in the name of Jesus. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. I know you can. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. He is up to something. He is up to something. God is doing something. Say right now. He is up to something. He is up to something. God is doing something. Yeah. Right now. He is healing someone. Yeah. He is saving someone. God is doing something. Right now. Right now. He is healing someone. He is saving someone. God is doing something. Right now. He is moving mountains, making a way for someone. God is doing something. Right now. Right now. He is moving mountains, making a way for someone. God is doing something right now. Right now. He is moving mountains, making a way for someone. God is doing something right now. Right now. He is moving mountains, making a way for someone. God is doing something. All of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough will come in the name of Jesus. All of my hope is in the name of Jesus. Breakthrough come in the name of Jesus. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around. God turn it around, God turn it around, God turn it around.
My name is Nikita. I'm going to start the in-cab pre-trip for 160. First thing I'm going to check is my seat belt. It is properly mounted and secured, not damaged, no rips or tears. It latches, it releases, and it's adjusted for me, the driver. The second thing, I have an ABC rating fire extinguisher to my left. It is properly mounted and secured, not damaged. There is no leaks, and it is fully charged with the pin in it. I have 3 red reflective triangles and spare fuses in my cab. So now I'm going to perform a safe start. First, I'm going to turn the key forward, watching my gauges cycle. I'm checking for my ABS light. It came on, it went off. This indicates that my vehicle is equipped with anti-lock brakes. So now I'm going to perform my safe start. making sure my shifter is in neutral, my brakes are both on. I will depress my clutch and start the vehicle. Okay, slowly lifting up off of my clutch. First, I will check my dashboard, my gauges, my temperature gauge, my oil pressure gauge, and my voltmeter are all rising to normal operating ranges. My air pressure gauges are rising to governor cutout between 120 and 140 psi. Now I'll move to my steering wheel. My left signal, right signal, high beams, four-way flashers, they are all working properly. My city horn, my air horn is all working properly. Okay, so now I'll move over here to my heat and defrost. It works on all fan speeds. Right, now I'll move outside to my mirrors. My mirrors are properly mounted and secured. They are not damaged. No chips, cracks. They are clean and adjusted to me, the driver. My windshield is properly mounted and secured. There is no damages, no chips or cracks. There is no illegal stickers and no obstructions to my view. The last thing is my windshield wipers. They work on all speeds. The solvent sprays evenly across the windshield. And the wipers make good contact with the glass, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna perform a tug test. Now I'm gonna perform a tug test. First thing I'm going to do is make sure my air pressure is built to governor cutout between 120 and 140. We have to do that. In order to check your brakes, you got to make sure the air pressure is built up twice. If you do not, it's an automatic fail. So you want to hear the governor cutout. You're going to give it a little bit of gas to help it rise. So the governor cuts out. Now I will start my brake check. I'm gonna press in my clutch, put my vehicle in first gear, lift up a little. I will check my parking brake by pressing in my trailer brake, which is the red brake valve. I will lift up slowly off the clutch until I feel a small tug. That means my parking brake is working properly. Now, I will push in my parking brake to check my trailer brake. I will lift up slowly and give it a small tug. Okay, my trailer brake is working properly. Now I have to check my service brake by pushing in both my parking and my trailer brake. I will move forward approximately 6 feet. I'm not gonna move that far. Press down my clutch, and then my service brake. My vehicle did not pull to the left or the right, which means my service brake is working properly. Now I will put my vehicle back in neutral, lift up off my clutch, put my brakes out, lift up off my clutch, and build my air pressure to governor cutout again. If you do not do this, it's an automatic fail. I need to mention that any part of the brake test that is not done correctly, automatic fail. As far as checking items in the vehicle, you can get up to 4 points. Copy.
Can you send this bill to the office for me to follow?
Copy. Okay, my governor cut out. Now I'm going to perform my air leak test. I will do that by pressing in my clutch, put my vehicle back in first gear. I'm going to hold in the clutch, turn the vehicle off, lift off the clutch, turn the key back to the on position, so where I see my gauges. I'm going to push in both my brake valves. If you do not do any part of this, automatic fail. Okay? So I got my vehicle in first gear, vehicle off and back on, brake valves pushed in, my vehicle's in first gear to keep it from rolling. So now I'm going to perform my leak down test. First part of the leak down test is I will hold my service brake pedal for 1 minute. I should not lose more than 4 psi air pressure. Examiner, will you time me?
Okay, for 1 minute.
Okay. Time. I did not lose more than 4 psi. The second part is I will fan my brake pedal down to 55 psi, and my warning light and buzzer should pop on if one is equipped. Low air pressure warning. That's my low pressure warning. The buzzer did not come on. So now I will continue fanning to 40 psi. And both of my brake valves, emergency brake valves, should pop out. Okay. This indicates that I have no major air leaks in my air system. I will press in my clutch, put my vehicle back in neutral, turn the key off, and this concludes my NCAP test. You stop.
Hi out there, this is Wesley's TV, and we wanted to bring this to you. It's a special message about the downtown scooters. We just wanted to let you know that there has been some accidents out there with a few people, and the message we wanted to bring to you is to be very careful on the scooters, because there has been some mischief out there with people that's been riding them. They've been removing bolts and stuff. They've been jumping stairs and stuff also, ramps, a few other things. Be watching and be very careful, be vigilant, and make sure there's nothing wrong with the scooter before you ride it. And make sure you wear helmets and maybe some elbow and knee pads, stuff like that, just to be on the safe side. Because the reason I say that is my friend Wesley here rode a couple. He ended up in the hospital ER a couple times because of it. So I just wanted to bring that to you. And Wesley, he's got a few things he wants to say also. So I'm going to hand you over to Wes.
Yeah, like Wes was saying, double check the bolts, because there's been a number of them I've been seeing around town with bolts being missing ever since the accident I have. Don't be stupid like me and ride on gravel. That makes the situation even worse.
Yep, it does.
And, 2 people on each one.
Yeah, oh yeah. Also too, there is a stipulation. You have to be 18 or older, and there's only allowed 1 person on the scooter. So you need to pay attention to their rules for the scooter. You cannot be under 18, and there can only be 1 person per scooter. So please pay attention to the rules so nobody can get hurt. And make sure there's nothing wrong with the scooter. If there's anything wrong, you need to turn it in to the people that own the scooters for the downtown area. They say please take a picture of it or call them, let them know there's something wrong with the scooter, let them know which one it is. Basically, they say take a picture of it so they know which one it is, so they can take care of it.
And report it on the app.
And report it on the app. Let them know where it's at so that they know where to come and get it so they can fix it. You have anything else, Wes?
And I think we got mostly all.
Okay. Again, people, this is just a precautionary measure. We're not trying to tell you not to ride them, because it is a fun thing to ride, and it does.
And it's another way to get around.
Yeah, it's another way for you to get around so you don't have to walk. And we're not trying to downplay the scooters. They're nice people, and they try to help you out. We're just letting you know that to be cautious, because there is some people that try to be vicious and mean to make it hard for people so that they can't ride the scooters. So just be vigilant and be very cautious, and look out for missing bolts and whatever else there might be wrong with the scooters.
Door handles.
Yeah.
So I had that happen way once.
Yeah, just be very cautious and make sure there's nothing wrong with the scooter before you ride it. And
if you start noticing, then don't. Just stop riding it right away.
Yeah, you gotta let them know that there is something wrong with that scooter. And pay attention to the rules, please. Have a good day, and this is Wesley's TV. Talk to y'all later. Have a good day.
You know, as we talked about driver apprenticeship programs, attracting more minorities into the industry, you know, arguing about the things that we needed. Government's not going to save us. Government never will. Honestly, I think we are doing some good things right now. We've seen some money in the infrastructure bill was a phenomenal bipartisan bill. I think that will help our industry. It cuts congestion. I mean, if we can, God, just imagine we can get Atlanta fixed. Everyone in this room's lives would get 3% better just off Atlanta traffic. I mean, you know, Dallas, Chicago, a couple of these choke points. You know, if I live in Michigan, I mean, some days it's even going to our terminal. You get, many of you have probably been on Eureka Road in Detroit, and it's like something out of Baghdad sometimes. I mean, that's rough. That's rough on equipment. That's rough on a driver. You know, and that's so. I think the infrastructure bill helped. I think the one thing that that I've seen that is finally getting attention and finally getting some dedicated funding is truck parking. And that is something, you know, that I can say that I fought hard for as PCA chairman. That was a big goal, and we've got money in the infrastructure bills now, trying to get the states, you know, they'd argued, nobody wants a truck stop in their town, nobody wants this, that. I'm like, reopen the damn rest stops. You know, the real estate is there, the parking is there, you know, the states close them, the states didn't have money. Okay, federal government, reimburse the states to reopen those things and give them subsidies or grants to fund them and get them back open. Nobody has to argue about it. It's state land, they're next to the freeway, they're there. You know, some of them are just got roadblocks sitting in front of them and they let the weeds grow. You know, so there's, I mean, I listen to, I love some of these big pines guys, and oh, we repurpose old malls. No, shut up, that's stupid. Get rest areas, you know. I mean, nobody's going to go to where an old mall was. I mean, a car-grade parking lot. You know, it'll be, you can't park trucks there. That's not the answer. You know, we had a system in this country. You know, we took it away, you know, and we did it because of state funding and federal funding. So there's things we can do. You know, I mean, you know, just again, I don't think government will always save us. And you know, and actually now you're starting to see private companies build truck stops, you know, or truck parking, dedicated truck parking now. So I think Arkansas just had a deal go up down there with their first facility and that stuff. So I think that, you know, hopefully things will get better. I think, you know, the regulations, they're so in tune or so zoned on the battery and emissions and things like that. You know, where truck parking I think is a big thing. I think the other thing is really that the government needs to do is, again, more flexibility and knowledge of service that we've asked for. You know, drivers do not max out their logbooks. They max out how they can use their logbooks because of lack of flexibility. You know, so.
Well, Mr. Chairman, I got to tell you, thank you for what you did last year as leading our TCA. If you guys aren't, you know about TCA and what we do there, Truckload Carriers Association. We have a call on Washington. John orchestrated last year, and we got to go up there. We're walking around talking to our senators and our representatives and congressmen, and I sat with Marco Rubio and I sat with the Florida delegation. I got to talk to those guys and talk to them on, we were talking about safe parking. That was the initiative we were pushing. I said, in a city where words matter, we need to add a word to this. It needs to be legal and safe. To John's point, the hours of service is a problem. You can be safely parked, but if it's not legal, a local cop is going to move you or make you move, break your brake, now you're in trouble with FMCSA. So we use the example of Haines City, Florida, which is the farmer's market. There's 120 trucking spots. Over-the-road drivers know they can legally and safely park there. We use that as an example, and senators from Florida got $15 million out of the appropriations budget for that. John was running a very successful trucking company while being our chairman and leading us. And by the way, best chairman, we had a lot of fun with you. Thank you.
How about that? Some would argue it was not the best.
Well, you know, we're also friends too. But, you know, guys, get involved. Get your voice heard. To your question, can the president do anything? Absolutely not. We put so much pressure and angst on that person The people and the things that don't change are our senators and congressmen, and they roll, they're there every year. But we, as voters and as citizens, yeah, you make your voice heard at the ballot box, but you go to these things that TCA and ATA put on call on Washington.
Even when the government and the Department of Transportation and that, or FMCSA, ask for comments.
Yes.
Go online, make the comment. They have to read every one by law. Be professional. It's very hard when I sit there as a chairman of TCA and I have to have FMCSA, and I've been with all the administrators, like I said, Bouger, this, that, and they slide over comments to me.
They're public, all the comments.
And and they're embarrassing. Because we look at, like, some people prefer to respond to children instead of responding as an adult. And that, so remember, you represent the industry when you do that, but comment. I mean, there were so many, they set a record on speed limiters. Yeah, on the amount of comments on that. I mean, there were like 170,000, some insane number where it's like, wow. They realized people care about that. Nobody comments. Nobody cares. They just keep doing what they want to do. So use your voice. Like I said, the ballot box is obviously the place, but commenting is a simple one that you can do to help drive policy change, because they do read it. Honestly, I sat with Hutchinson and the FMCSA. They're good people. Earl, the number 2 guy, is a good guy. They want to do good things. What I find is a lot of times they don't understand what makes a thing good. Our job as the industry is not to fight every regulation or everything we do, or like the government EPA thing or that. No. Okay, we understand your end goal. I'll give you an example. Mayor Boucher, or Secretary of Transportation Boucher, zero fatality was his goal. 0 fatalities on the road. Okay. You won't allow us. So, you've all heard of the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. When you all take a drug and alcohol test for a carrier, that goes into the clearinghouse. That becomes, if you apply anywhere else, that can be seen. Now, they just allow oral fluid testing to be allowed. There are a lot of carriers that prefer to do hair testing. Hair testing results, sadly, are 8 to 10 times higher. Yeah, it's huge. Now, here's the quandary. They still have to do the urine test, and then they do that as a second test. Now, that carrier knows that driver just failed the test. They didn't hire him to get the hair test result. Yet our government will not allow those carriers to submit that positive test to the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. They just haven't approved it. And they push it off on Health and Human Services, that they have to approve hair testing before they can submit that. And I understand everyone's got a different argument about drugs or alcohol, but the bottom line is, how do you sit there as a carrier, and these are big carriers that know, they have these thousands of positive tests, they can't report them and share the data, yet you want 0 fatalities on the road, yet you have a loophole that allows positive drug tests to get back in the trucks. So again, a lot of times it's like the emission thing and that on the trucks. It's how do we educate them to help? So listen, we're not fighting on everything, but we can't get to that emission goal by this time to be reliable, and the industry can't support it. It'll take 3 more years or 4 more years, or there's got to be a bridge or things like that. It's educating them, and that's where your voice matters. And the associations that you belong to, whether it may not be a TC or ATA, your carriers are members, but like OIDA and things like that. They help to represent. Sometimes, OIDA sometimes fights everything because they feel like that's the right answer, and that's not. Sometimes I think when you fight everything, you lose your voice at the table because people start to just think you fight everything. And we shouldn't fight everything. We should educate. And surprisingly, a lot of congressmen and senators don't understand. And they appreciate the education, and then you can swing a vote. Because, I never thought about it that way, John. It's like, yeah, we want to get there too.
And they don't want to hear from John and I and Citizens Highs. They don't want to hear from, they want to hear from you guys, right? They want to hear from the people in the trenches. We go up there quite a bit, work on Capitol Hill. I know some, John does. You know, the ATA is very active. Both organizations have people there lobbying on your behalf every day. They want to hear from you, and I never believed that. I've heard that all my career. I was too busy running the trucking company, doing the things I had to do, and I never believed that until John invited us up and we went to the call in Washington last year. And I believe it, and I've been preaching that everywhere I go all over the country. Get involved. Don't, as John said, don't allow your government. I mean, they work for us at the end of the day, but be respectful, work it out right. But you can get things done if we do it collectively.
I met with, this is years ago when RXO was Express One still. And Jeff Curry was their president at that time, and me and Jeff.
Interesting. Any shots in here?
Yeah, I just like numbers.
What's up?
We're about out here at the Waterworks Fun Fest, and this is one of their main neighbors in the water place.
There you go. Any shots the other side?
Yeah.
It's still recording.
Still recording?
Yeah.
Not when I was on buses digging. Yeah, see, they got cameras now.
Yeah, they really got it.
Watch what's going on.
In case you act up.
Yeah. That's right.
We were actually in the school bus, And oh my God, this is the first time I sit up here and ever. This has always been busy. I never did do it. And here's the horn.
Westing his horns.
There's the radio and everything.
Yepper.
Wow, this. And they had everybody actually has seatbelts on this bus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, this is. And stay tuned for more.
Beginning with the 2018-2019 school year, all LTISD school buses will be equipped with seatbelts. It is important for seatbelts to be worn correctly so that all students are safe while riding the bus. Let's show you how. First, click, then tug and snug. That's right, just click, tug, and snug. Great job! Make sure to stay buckled in for the entire ride. In an event of a crash, wearing your seatbelt may prevent serious injury and can even save your life. Remember, as soon as you board the bus, make sure to click, tug, and snug. Safety first!
That you travel along, there's one day here and the next day gone. Sometimes you bend, sometimes you stand, sometimes you turn your back to the wind. There's a world outside every darkened door where blues won't haunt you anymore, where the brave are free and lovers soar. Come ride with me to the distant shore. We won't hesitate to break down the garden gate. There's not much time left today. Yeah.